Welcome to the Midwest Fantasy Sports Saloon. My name is REDPANTS, and I'm hosting this mess of a show. And this is my counterpart and also, trade rival, Prime Time. Prime,
right.
How's it going?
Hey, it's going great. I'm just glad you finally could show up for our show. We have every week. I'm glad you're here, Dusty.
I'm here. We've made it. But more importantly, we have another guest. And so we're super excited to introduce somebody else that's in our league. This is the one and only Crush. Crush, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on, fellas.
Hey, give me the background on the Crush names and how it's changed throughout the years.
So I think I started with this, may have been an Orange Crush Bailey to begin it off. So I was trying to riff on like Boston area punk bands. This is more information than you need. But so the first year I was new to Neosho and new to the league, and so I would put a can of Orange Crush soda in the mailbox of whomever I was playing that week.
That is legendary. I absolutely love that. That is worth the whole show right there.
Hey, and just to be fair, I won the championship that first year.
First year in as a rookie, huh?
At 6-6-1.
Wow. What a legendary. It was all the Orange Crush.
And Drew Brees.
It was a psychological warfare he's playing on us with the Orange Crush cans.
So okay, it's moved from Orange Crush, and this year your name is what Crush?
I got Crush's Boreal Horde.
You want to explain that?
Yeah, so I moved up north. I just a couple months ago I moved to northern Wisconsin, right on the shore of Lake Superior. So Boreal is northern, and I like the sound of horde.
We all do too. All right. So what's one of your like the funniest? I guess you kind of just gave us some like history of the Orange Crush. Is there anything else that just stands out to you? How long have you been in the league? Do you know?
Yeah, I was trying to think about that today. I think I'm going to need some help from Prime Time on this one, but maybe 13 years.
Yeah, I think 13 is exactly right.
Wow, look at you. And
yeah, so I'm not an original, but I'm just thinking back to the people who were in the league at that time, and they were easier to beat, I'll say.
Can we bring them back? Can we have like an alumni league?
Tell you this? I'll tell you this, Crush, that you were part of the expansion. We went from 10 to 12 when you joined. So you're the expansion team.
The expansion team.
My only success was against those early players. So this new lineup has been abusing me for years now.
Man, can we have an alumni league? I want to get in that league. Okay, so let's just talk about your team real fast. Who's somebody maybe like that you want to like just like kind of like brag on that's been like dominating for your team, and who's somebody that's kind of just been like you just hate playing every week?
Yeah, my team's terrible. But I had this problem where on draft day, I'm thinking like this is an all-star team that I've just drafted, and then the next morning I'll wake up and I'll think, who drafted these idiots? Like, who put this team together?
Oh my
God!
So
that happened to me again this year. So this year I've been especially snake bitten with ending careers. That's kind of my thing. If I put you in my starting lineup, you got a pretty good shot that this will be the last game you ever play. So I've had Tua, I had Trey Lance,
Javonte Williams. Don't forget him.
Yeah, I've got my IR was filled up until this week. Things are looking pretty grim right now for this team. So I'll put a shout out to Amon-Ra St. Brown. I drafted him just because I love his name. I also have Taysom Hill, who put up about 60 points on my bench a couple weeks ago.
There you go. And you're playing him at tight end, right?
Yeah, I've got him in at tight end. I thought it'd be this kind of cheeky, clever thing, and every time I start him, he gets about 3.5 points.
Hey, you do have the number 2 leading scorer, though, non-quarterback, Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, so I am a firm believer in investing in offenses. So I wanted to get into with the Bills. Hey, and for the record, I drafted Josh Allen as a rookie for $1 and didn't slap the keeper tab on him because he's a Wyoming Cowboy like me. So and it chaps me every year.
Your keeper this year is Najee Harris, who's not having a great season.
Yeah, it's terrible. Pittsburgh's offensive line is terrible.
Najee. I have a game I'm going to play with REDPANTS later, but Najee was the 7th highest drafted player in fantasy football this year, and he is nowhere near that in production this season. So it's kind of disappointing. And I have some disappointing guys as well. So I'm with you. I feel your pain a little bit. Although Kamara is finally waking up for me, so that's good.
Yeah, Najee's my keeper. I think I got him for $30 or something, which, and I read reports that he was going to be big. I read reports that he wasn't going to be great. Turns out the reports he was gonna be terrible were correct.
All right, so let's make your picks and we'll let you go. What are your picks this week? And then you're gonna need to pick one lock, but we'll just do all your picks and then I'll be able to help you find your lock.
Okay, I'm gonna look over this here. So it looks like I'm playing REDPANTS.
Yeah, buddy.
Looks like I got to go with the old school. So first place is going up against Primetime this week. But it's, projected points pretty tight. You got to go with the salty old veteran and Primetime on that one.
Okay.
Right.
So a lot of folks, I don't know that I know who they are. Not that matters, but so here, this is great though. This makes me feel a little bit better about my terrible showing. Warpaint is projected at 94 points this week. So sorry about I just let the cat out of the bag. Former skinny dude's probably like, oh, I hope he doesn't notice he doesn't have anybody starting. but I got to go with the dude on this one.
Okay, so you're picking former skinny dude, yeah?
Yeah, former skinny dude there.
Okay.
Gump and Bumbling and Crumbling are playing this week. So that's fraught with all kinds of problems. But Bumbling's looking strong. I'll pick him in the upset there.
Okay.
Hey, this is classic Jukes, whose entire draft philosophy was to ruin the Chiefs' season, is on a 2-game winning streak.
Yeah, he is.
That's true.
He was my lock 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, you turned him around. He beat me by like 3 points in what must have been an epically low scoring matchup. So I'll take Jukes to stay hot.
Okay, Jukes stay hot.
Hot hand.
Okay.
All right, and then the old ball coach going against old Slam and Sammy. So I'm a little upset about Steele. I heard some insider information from Justin Simmons, who's the safety of the Denver Broncos, and he said that Jerry Jeudy was going to have this breakout insane year, and so I tried to peel away Jeudy from Steel Curtain, and he made me pay a king's ransom for him. Jerry Jeudy's been terrible because Russell Wilson's 8 years past his prime. So, the old ball coach pulled another one over. It's about the 10th time he's done this to me. So just for that, I'm picking Sammy.
Oh, slamming.
Okay, now we're back to our game.
Oh, that's right. So you're favored by 13 points here, REDPANTS. And I'm not starting PJ Walker this week.
Dang it.
Who?
Pete, I don't want to talk about it.
Former XFL domination.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he put up 5 points for me at quarterback. Playing for the Panthers, I think. So Tua's back. Tua's going to blow up for about 180 points.
His brain's going to blow up. What do you mean he's going to blow up?
I didn't want to say it. I watched him go down a couple of weeks ago, and it was like horror. It was like a horror movie. So
it's true.
I'm picking Tua to blow up. No, my only chance, REDPANTS, I'm counting on this is that you score about 96 points. So Crush
All right.
wins this matchup with 97 points.
97 points. Okay. So the only people you can't pick Prime, Steel, Skinny, Gump, or Rumblin'. So the people that are available are you for a lock, Sammy for a lock, and Jukes for a lock.
I think Sammy's probably my best bet for a
Okay.
lock. What do I get? What do
You
I
get-
get if I win?
If you win the lock, you get an extra point towards like the total win. So it's how you can score extra points in your picks.
Hey, look out. All right.
Okay.
Give me Sammy for the lock.
Sammy's for the lock. Hey, Crush, we have you did not disappoint. Shout out to Rumblin' for saying you got it. I got it. You got to have Crush on. And we blew up your phone. And so you said yes. And so we're so glad you did. You did not disappoint. Great having you. Any last words and we'll let you go.
Hey, yeah, no, I appreciate being on. I think it's great. I will say that I've been in a bunch of fantasy football leagues over the years, some of them pay leagues, right? So that if I won, I got, a substantial chunk of change. And this has always been the one that I spent the most time pulling my hair out and researching the PJ Walkers of the world to see how to get like a leg up on the competition. So this is the one that's always meant the most to me. Because it's all about bragging rights. It's what's most important in life. So
Exactly right.
Glad to still be a part of it. Suffered
Yep.
another rough season, but happy to be aboard.
Well, we are thankful for the Crush. We appreciate you
Yes.
being here. I miss seeing your face and coming down to your room, in the Neverland of a place we don't talk about anymore. So,
Yeah. Hey, another thing. I'll get misty with you for just a second because I am on a beer right now. But I was thinking about this. So I taught there, and I taught in New Mexico and Wyoming. Now I'm teaching in Wisconsin, and without a doubt, the best bunch of folks I've ever taught with at any level was in the Osho. So it's good to talk to you guys.
well, that's I would agree with that.
You feel the same way.
Same way. That was Narnia for us, and then it's never existed.
We didn't know how good it was when it was happening, unfortunately.
Yep, 100%.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much, Crush. Good luck to your picks and your team. Hope they fail desperately, and we get this win. So, all right, man.
See ya.
No kidding. Thanks, boys. Good to talk to you.
See ya. What a great conversation. I will say I will back him up, and I will say the same thing. I'm in 6 leagues right now. I've been up to 8 leagues. This is always the league that I check first on waiver wire. It's always the first one I do research on. It's always the first one. Like, this is always the one.
The league. Yes.
It's the league.
The league. Yeah.
And there's absolutely no buy-in except bragging rights
exactly
with people that we don't even see anymore.
Exactly. This is the connection. This is the tie that binds. This is why we do this, so we can connect with people from Wisconsin and Tulsa and Kansas City and whoever else everyone else is. So yeah, this is why we do it. This
is why we do the saloon. So
okay, exactly. So I have a new little segment here for the saloon.
Okay.
Okay.
Hit me with it.
It's week 7, so we've had 6 weeks of fantasy football. I thought it'd be interesting to look at the top 20 players drafted, comparing it to the top 20 players' points in our league after 6 weeks. So I was looking at this. I was like, wow, this is not counting quarterbacks. This is running back, receiver, tight end. So out of the top 20 players drafted, this is like the average draft position, of all leagues. How many of those top 20 players do you think are still in the top 20 currently with their points?
How many that started off preseason top 20
top 20 are currently in the top 20 now based on points through 6 weeks. It's a pretty good chunk of time to see.
I'm going to go with the lucky number 7.
7. Okay. Well, the number is 8.
Oh,
8 players. So you're really good. So can you guess which 8 players are currently were a top 20 ADP and also now are a top 20 point producer after 6 weeks?
All right. Travis Kelce.
Correct. Okay, I will tell you there are 6 receiver tight ends, and 2 running backs.
Okay. Stephon
So,
Diggs.
Stephon Diggs. I've already gave that one away. Yes.
Okay.
Travis Kelce. Yes.
You said there's 6 wide receivers.
So 4 left. You got 4 left.
So 6 wide receivers, 1 tight end.
No, 6 receiver tight ends. So there was 1 tight end, 5 receivers. So you have 4 receivers, 2 running backs left.
Man, I'm nervous to miss.
Well, we know who it's not, which is your guy.
Yeah.
Who's your guy?
We know it's not Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor. Yeah.
Yeah. Old JT.
Not
Okay.
JT.
Let's go with Adams.
Devontae Adams. Correct.
Ugh, I'm 3 for 3.
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
Adams is the 10th overall player. He's ranked 11 right now in points.
Okay.
Diggs was the 11th preseason. He's 2nd currently. And Kelce was 16th preseason. He's currently the 8th highest scorer.
Okay. Austin Eckler.
Austin Eckler, correct.
Golly, I'm good.
Yeah, he was the 5th in the preseason ranking. He is 6th in the season right now. So he's right where he should be.
Okay. Leonard Fournette.
No, was not a top 20.
Wow.
No.
But he is now.
Now he is. Now he is number 15th overall.
Okay. Mike Evans.
Nope.
Wow. Brees Hall.
No, Brees Hall now is number 17. He was not a top 20 guy.
Okay, well, I'm out. I don't know if I have any left.
Christian McCaffrey.
Oh my
god. Second
gosh.
best. He now is he is coming in now at CMC is coming at 10th. He's 10th highest. And then the other running back, I'm sorry, that was the 2 running backs. The other guys, Cooper Kupp and Justin Jefferson. How'd you leave those guys out?
Wow. I don't know.
And then number 21, I didn't count him in my list, was Saquon Barkley, and he's number 7 now. But I just did top 20.
Wow.
So only 8 players in the AP top 20 players of fantasy are actually living up to potential. So my point is, it is such a crapshoot every year when you draft guys. When you get guys, we just never know every year who's going to blow up, who's going to do well, and who's not. I mean, we're looking at like Najee Harris, nowhere near the top 20. Dalvin Cook, nowhere near the top 20. King Henry,
both my guys.
Yeah, Joe Mixon, DeAndre Swift, CeeDee Lamb, Alvin Kamara, nowhere near the top 20. Those guys were top 20 ADPs, and they're nowhere near. So we have guys in the top 20 now. Let's listen to this real quick. We have Mark Andrews at 12th. Okay, we have Hollywood Brown at 16, Brees Hall 17, Amari Cooper 20. So it's like, it's crazy, and that's why Hardman's Chubb is doing so well, because he has some of these guys he didn't pay a lot of money for, but they're doing really well. You know, the Coopers of the world. The Nick Chubb is 5th. He wasn't even a top 30 ADP guy. So anyway, interesting little study there I wanted to share with you.
Well, and that's funny because on the list of things that I write out a flow of how the show's going to go, and I already had wrote Prime's soapbox, and I didn't even need to like prep you. You were just there. I mean, that's how much I just feel like I know you. You know, you already you're just going to come with something that you're just passionate about.
I just needed to share. Exactly.
Okay, so quickly, do you have your picks?
I'm ready. Oh yeah.
Okay, you want me to go? You want to go?
You go first this time.
I'm going to go first this time. Okay, I have my picks are I'm choosing myself.
Okay.
I got Gump. I have shoulder, the shoulder pads and knees. And then I have Steel. I have Skinny Dude. And I have Prime to take down the number 1.
Good.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
And drum roll, my lock, myself. This week is the lock. I was too much of a coward to tell him because we had such good vibes on the phone. I did not want to burst his bubble. So,
well, I'm going to burst your bubble. My lock is Crush this week. So
that's ridiculous.
Crush is going to crush Red Pants this week. Write it down. Crush is the lock of the week. It's happening. Also, I wanted to make this a lock, but I can't because I've already chosen it. But Judy Juke's riding the hot hand. Let's roll. Let's build. Let's a good times roll. He's getting 3 in a row. He's getting 3 in a row this week. I'm picking myself to upset the number 1 seed. I have Skinny Dude, I have Rumble, and I have Steel as my other winners.
All right. So those are our picks. I'm a little hurt.
Yeah, well, no, you should take no offense to this. I'm just trying to do the. What's the record? What are we looking like at record wise?
Great. I'm glad that you asked because I'm winning. So you're at 21.
Okay.
I'm at 24, and the league is also at 21.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So we got a tight race.
Okay.
This week we have a lot of picks that are opposite. So this week, I think week 7 is going to be a whole mix of bag.
I mean, my lock is going to get me 2 right there. So,
but if I hit my lock, then I'm just stepping on the throat, and this thing's over.
Okay.
So I'm just letting you know, tallies don't lie.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's all good.
Let's just look at your last picks. I mean, you kind of dominated a little bit last week. You only missed your lock last week.
That's tough.
So,
and you realized how close I was to winning last week, right? I mean, Alvin Kamara had 99 yards rushing, 99. I lost by 4 points. If he gets 1 more yard, that's a 10-point bonus, and I win. And I am right there at the top of the league standings. But now I'm stuck in the 3-3 mud hole with everybody else. By the way, I will say that we've had a lot of comments so far about this is the most competitive league and we care most. Like I have not seen a year like this year where everybody is right there. Like there is no one out of it yet. There's no one running away with it yet. It is crazy.
Well, Chubb is pretty far ahead. He's only lost 1 game.
But 6 weeks. I mean, it's 10 weeks. I would say yes.
But if I do remember right, he auto-drafted too.
No, he was there.
He auto-drafted like in and out. I remember he had to like go and then come back. Yeah,
was in and out. That's true. But he did draft.
I'm auto-drafting next year. I'm just gonna see what happens. I'm gonna take myself out of it and let just the computer give me guys, and we'll go from there. And then I'll probably trade some to you that will get vetoed.
I didn't get a trade go through though. I had a trade go through last week.
Tell us about the trade that you actually got to go through.
I traded Mike Boone, the superstar Mike Boone, and Ezekiel Elliott for Aaron Jones. And after last week, Zeke had double the points as Aaron Jones did. So I definitely lost that trade.
In the 1 week.
Yeah, I lost that trade last week. That's okay though. But I'd rather have 2 running backs I can just play. I don't have to worry about who's going to be in. I got Kamara's coming around. Kamara had like 187 yards total offense, just didn't break 100 either one of them, which was just frustrating, you know.
Yeah. So
like he's right there to blow up.
So I think it's important that we take a moment and we do a segment that I like to call that I'm newly branding. We've done it before. We just never had a name for it. But we're going to do the Chiefs check-in.
Okay.
The Chiefs check-in.
Okay.
Big news that came out. I forgot to send you the link, but they restructured Kelsey's contract. And then do you watch the podcast with him and his brother?
I see that the snippet on Twitter, and I saw today's snippet. Yes.
That's the one I was meant to send you. I saw that.
Yeah. And
it sounds like they're pretty confident, but I also saw in OBJ's camp that December is when he's probably coming back.
Mm-hmm.
So
I see the rumors of trading Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Isaiah Pacheco for Christian McCaffrey. I like that. That been seen floating around, and then like a 2nd-round pick or something like that. That's the one I want to see. I'd like to see that one. Yes. I think that would be an unbelievable move for both teams because you get a 1st-round running back for the Panthers who's good. You know, he's just not the dynamic player that McCaffrey is. Just not.
Wow, that would be something else. CMC in the red and yellow.
Red and gold. Yep, it'd be great. It'd be great.
I have not heard that one.
Yeah, it's just Twitter. I've just Twitter. Looking around Twitter. and seeing some CMC to like actually what I read today was the Bills and Chiefs are fighting for him right now. So
I read that the Bills have backed out. I've read that the Bills have broke down.
I think it's one of those things where they want him to think that, so they lowball and then they'll swoop in and get them. That's what I would do. That's how I do fantasy football trades. So why would they do anything different in real life? So
100%. Prime should be on somebody's like GM.
I would love to be in the room just talking about guys. That'd be great.
Dude. I'll tell you what. I think to kind of like sum this thing up. I absolutely love this league. It is definitely one of my favorite leagues. And like I said, I'm in some that are pretty substantial as far as not pretty substantial. I mean, like nothing crazy, but like, I mean, there are some like where you have to do some sort of buy-in just to kind of keep people interested and all that kind of stuff. And that's what's interesting about this league is that it's never had to make, we talked about it, but it's never had to make, we did it one year where we paid
$10 and every week, if you won, like at highest points, you got $2 or something. So like the highest winning person got like $12 or something like that. So I mean, it just didn't work for us.
Yeah. And what's interesting is like we did that and then it went away and nobody was like, oh, we should bring that back. And I think we still have people that are pretty competitive.
Mm-hmm.
So
the league in what it is right now, it's been together. We've had the same people in the league for at least, I think this is T and Warpaint's 5th year. Is that what he said last week?
Mm-hmm.
His 5th year, I think, 4 or 5. So we've had the same league for at least 5 years. But other than that, I mean, you've been in it 10 plus years. I mean, I'd say 90% of the league's been 10 plus out of the 18.
Yeah. It's a longevity. And what's crazy is a league that's together this long is like dynasty leagues, and we're not that. So we're a redraft, and that's an interesting and a unique thing that we have. We do have a keeper system and all that kind of stuff, which I am terrible at capitalizing.
You are. It's true. It's true.
I'm owning it. I'm not good at keepers.
Who's your college keeper this year? Like
not a clue. I don't remember. You picked him for me.
I don't know. I know. I pick him for you. Oh, it's the Ohio State receiver.
Yeah, you influenced me. Olave, right?
Not Olave. No, Olave's in the NFL right now. He plays for the Saints.
It's
kidding. Like Smith Najiba or something like that.
Yeah, that guy. I like him.
Yeah, he's good. Although I think I got the best player, like pick 9. Jordan Addison from USC is awesome.
Nobody even knows who that is.
Well, he was the Biletnikoff winner last year for Pitt and then transferred to USC this year. So, which is the best receiver in football, in case you're wondering.
Yeah, I was. I don't like. Receiver. Here's a soapbox for you. I don't like college football.
I don't. It's not. I like NFL way better.
100%. And maybe it's because of Red Zone. I love watching Red Zone. Maybe it's because I don't have my ADD. I can't just sit and watch. The game seems slow. Maybe it's because I played college football and I look at it and I'm like, I kind of did it. You know what I mean? Like I watched the NFL because I never got the opportunity to do it. Also, it's like, do what?
I like college basketball better than NBA, but I like NFL better than college football.
I would agree with that statement. That's so interesting. I would back that. So any last thoughts before we hit our song to close us out?
I will say that, Still Curtin emptied his fab budget for Kenneth Walker, who I've had on my team the entire season, and I dropped last week, and he beat me with Kenneth Walker this week. So I would say $67 well spent, sir, because you got the win this week. So
which is interesting because 2 weeks ago we made fun of him for not spending any money on people. No, you joined in.
I know. I am just here listening to you.
You joined in. You said
no. Here's the thing: like the $0. Half the time, people don't even bid on the guys. So why spend money if you don't have to? And then he realized last week this guy's going to be a game changer. So he just emptied the bank account, and I put in like $23 for him. And I thought I was going to get him, even though I just dropped him, which was so frustrating. Let me tell you how frustrating that is. I just dropped the guy, and then Rashard Penny goes down. I'm like, no.
I put in on him too, and I think I was only like at 12 or 13.
Yeah, but that was probably one of the best free agent acquisitions so far because it swung him the win this week. Because I would have knocked Still Curtin out. Like he'd been 1-5. It'd been hard for him to make grounds, and I would have been top of the league. But now he's 1 game back of me, and he's 2 games back at the top. So, yeah, that was a tough one.
Great waiver wire pickup. Way to go, Steele. Way to pay for the guy you need.
Yep.
And
well,
that's our
$57 to win. So
yeah, that's our time. We're closing it down. Thank you to Crush. Thank you for everyone that nominated Crush. It was a good time. That's all we got for you, the Saloon. Until next time, hopefully we got another guest. We'll bring them on. See you later.